Hello everyone and welcome to David the Teacher. Today's topic is myths. Of course, I'm not going to talk about Greece or Roman myths because this channel isn't concentrated on them. So we're going to talk about YouTube myths that are supposed to help you to improve your English skills. But unfortunately, those advices don't help us at all. Indeed, they make the process more difficult. I mean, the process of learning the language. So I decided to destroy 5 widely spread myths that you can find on the internet. And if you want to understand that some strategies that you probably fell for are actually myths, then please watch this video until the end to realize what was keeping you from making progress. So I think it's time and we may start it. Let's go. So let's start, and our first myth is ignoring the T sound, which is the most ridiculous advice that I've ever seen on any platform, and I've seen this video on YouTube. The author of the video represented words like identify, water, British, and so on. Yes, I agree that some native speakers, they ignore the T sound. But I want you to know that there are some rules according to which we can drop the T sound. And if you don't know them, please do some research on the internet, and I believe that you will find them, because this rule actually doesn't apply to all English words that contain T sound. For example, teacher, we can't say eacher. Omeo, by the way, it's tomato. Poeo, potato. We can't say an instead of tan, I'm instead of time, or ear instead of tear. By the way, these are two different words, tear and ear. Overall, please do some research before practicing any rule that you have heard on YouTube. And if you want to find someone that you can believe in, or try to find a source which would be reliable, then there are a lot of professional ESL instructors that make and post their videos on YouTube. Just go and find them. There are plenty of them. Okay, I hope that it is clear, and we can go to the next myth, which is watch movies or videos to learn the language. And actually, this is a huge scam. Indeed, it's an enormous scam that you, my friend, probably fell for. I can definitely say that I suggest this to my students, but in order to improve their listening skills, and that's it. But they say that by watching English movies or videos, you will improve your English language level, which is a lie, and they actually try to convince you to watch their products, and that's it. Watching English movies or videos can improve only your listening skills. Of course, you can enhance your vocabulary, but you should watch and at the same time add new words to your vocabulary. In this case, you will increase the number of words you know in English and improve your listening skills. But other skills are passive when you watch movies or videos. And if you think that you can develop your reading, writing, or speaking, no sir, it's impossible. The only way to activate your speaking skills while you are watching a video or a movie is repeating the speech after the characters in a movie or in the video. For example, if the character says, Leslie, you are the best friend that I've ever had, you just pause the video and you repeat after him. By the way, I've made a video to improve your speaking skills, so you can go and check it. And the only thing that you should do is repeating after me. That's it. The next myth is slang. I usually notice that authors of videos say something like, you must learn the slang to sound like a native speaker. Come on, this is BS. This is a real BS, because no, you must not. Do you really think that if you go outside in the UK and see a businessman there and he will talk to you like that? Do you know me, mate? I'm bloody good suit. I make a lot of dosh. No, it's impossible that everybody will talk to you like that. Of course, there are some people that use slang in their daily speech, but it doesn't mean that everybody talks like that. And there are a lot of people that try to avoid slang in their daily speech. Of course, if you are interested in slang, yes, you can go after it, and there are a lot of sources on the internet to find and learn them. But it doesn't mean that you must learn only slang to sound more like a native speaker. Actually, there are other effective ways to sound more like a native speaker. For example, linking, elision, pronunciation, learning the accent, and new vocabulary. The next myth is my favorite, and actually a lot of students believe in it, and it says 10-15 minutes a day and you, my friend, will learn the language. So at first I'd like to tell you that students usually have a tendency to choose easy ways to learn the language. But the truth is, easy doesn't mean effective. You can learn the language by spending 10-15 minutes a day on it if you are under consistent influence of the target language. Shortly, it means you are surrounded with it. Let me tell you that if you want to learn the language, you should learn new vocabulary on a daily basis. And the number that I suggest my students is 10-15 words a day. But just for learning 10-15 words a day, you would spend minimum 20 minutes, which is more than 15 minutes a day. And because of that, I really suggest you to create your own system of learning the language. And you should definitely include their 4 skills, which are speaking, listening, writing and reading, plus grammar, pronunciation, and learning new vocabulary. By the way, I've made a video on this topic where I share strategies and advices for English learners, and you can find the link in the description below. But now let's go and find out what is the last myth. And our 5th myth is you must live in an English-speaking country to learn the language. Which actually is a good advice if you want to learn the language faster, but it doesn't mean that it's the only way to learn the English language. And if you don't have this chance to go and live in the UK or in the US or Canada or Australia for a while, then you can actually create this atmosphere at home. And you should actually do several things. For example, watch movies and listen to music in English. If you like reading political articles or articles about economy or stories about celebrities, then read it, but read it in English. When you text your friends or when you write something, try to write it and text your friends in English. But of course, if they know English, otherwise it would be weird and confusing. And if your friends don't know English, you can make new friends. Actually, there are a lot of people and there are a lot of groups where people seek to learn English. Just go to Reddit and Facebook and look for groups full of people that are trying to find someone to practice English. So try to make friends there, exchange your contacts, create your own group on WhatsApp and organize role playings, and that's it. Let's say tomorrow you will speak with your partner about shopping. Try to prepare beforehand. Just go and Google some vocabulary that you will need. And after that you can act out your role. For example, he or she can be a customer and you will be a shop assistant. And you will talk. Just talk to practice the learned vocabulary. And as a result, you will memorize the vocabulary you learned and plus develop your speaking skills. So, as you see, you don't need to go somewhere. You can create this atmosphere at home. All you need is a motivation and an effective plan. That's it. So, this is the end. And I've busted 5 myths about learning the language. And if you watched until this moment, It means you, my friend, are aware of all of them, and from this moment on you can't be deceived by those so-called advices which will help you to improve your English skills. And if you really like this video, subscribe to my channel, like it, and click the bell button. And of course, I'm going to see you in the next one. Have a nice day. Bye bye.